Hi BL lovers, I'm the BL guy and welcome back to another 5-minute review. Today we'll be reviewing the BL drama, The Sign. For as long as Stan can remember, he's had premonitions about those around him, sensing both the good and the bad. Partners on a team of special investigators, when kind and cheerful Tan met clever and charming Paya, it felt as though they'd known each other for a long time. The Sign is a Thai BL drama with 12 episodes, roughly around 48 minutes per episode. Our two main leads are being played by Billy and Babe. One review says, very ambitious production. I gave this a relatively high rating because the scale of ambition here is so high, and the execution is fairly impressive for such a low budget production. Not low in BL terms, but for the CGI and effects and all the fight scenes, they got good bang for their buck. The cast is beautiful. Every frame is full of eye candy. For me, it was all about Gap as Yai and Nat as Art, but they're all hot and gorgeous. It's well filmed, the acting is overall very good, the music is a step above the norm, but the writing is a mess. How would you summarize Paya and Tan's characters? How did they develop over the course of a long series? Their personalities are similar and there's no journey at all. Even Chalaton, played with wonderful malicious glee by Heng, who has the largest character development, does it with a light switch off screen in the number one enemy of good writing, the lazy town jump. The side characters were all better drawn than the mains. For example, I could describe Yai in detail, but to be fair, he and Nat were the two best actors in the series and infused the characters with layers. Now, getting to my own personal opinion, there's so much I have to say about the show, but I also do want to keep this video under 5 minutes, so let's just quickly start off with what I thought was pretty good. First of all, Billy's acting has really good potential. He kind of surprised me in a lot of scenes, like with his acting skills. Not throughout the entire show, like there were some scenes where, thought he overacted a little bit or it just wasn't as great, but he really did steal the spotlight in a lot of scenes. Yeah, I actually kind of enjoyed the CGI. It's not like it's Hollywood quality production, but like I thought it was a pretty well done job for 70% of it. There were some questionable times, but I thought like they did a great job in that sense. Also, Yai and Kem Tong Tai, most beautiful people ever. Love that couple. Yai is my new husband. Just everything. Yeah, everything. Yai's acting is just so amazing. The range he has, yo, look out for him. I need him in a BL right now. Like Idol Factory, do your thing. Now, getting to what I didn't really like. There were so many times where things just either weren't explained properly, logically just didn't make sense at all, or just felt unnecessary. Like, for example, I feel like the biggest thing probably, to me personally actually, them falling off that cliff and not dying, like not even a scratch, they just landed in a cave. Like, how? I'm not even gonna break my head over that because that just didn't make sense at all. And like in the beginning, you all wanted me to think that that girl that Paya was drawing looked like Tan when they didn't look like each other at all. Like, okay, sure. I also really like the two like cases that they had to solve. The first one, with the very muscular enemy that just looked so good that I don't think should be guilty. But anyway, very well shot. Love the storyline in that. The second one with the artist, I don't know, I felt like they wanted to do something different, which I felt like it was executed very well, but it kind of seemed, or that specific episode kind of seemed a lot more like a stage play in a sense, which was just so far away from anything in the series, so it just felt kind of out of place. It was very well acted, very well done artistically, but it just didn't really make sense or fit it in there specifically in my sense. And also I feel like the main thing that a lot of people can agree on is that this was like a couple of plot lines or a couple of stories just smashed together. If they just chose or stuck with one, like either just the police one, them training, them going to police force, solving crimes and all that stuff, love that. I would have been intrigued. You all would have had me throughout the entire series, would have loved that. If you just stuck to the whole reincarnation part of it and kept that storyline, I would have loved that as well. But putting them together just kind of I didn't really enjoy that as much. It just felt like too much happened. Also, I didn't really care for the main characters' relationship at all. Like, there was no crying. I didn't really feel any attachment to them. They were kind of just annoying to me. I'm sorry. I really cared a lot more about Kim Tong Tai. Like, those two really had my heart. I really still want to know if they actually got married, but who knows. And then Yaya was obviously in love with her the entire show, so there's that as well. Didn't really get a lot of screen time for them, but you know, it wasn't really the BL series, so I kind of understand that. The ending with the enemy, just what? I don't even know what to say anymore. Anyway, thank you for the NSFW scenes. I really appreciated that little bit. And I feel like also the waiting time between episode 11 and episode 12 for us fans who really couldn't afford the pass or stuff, I didn't even know how that worked. Kind of just made me lose interest in the show a lot. So yeah, I guess in conclusion, like the first half of the show I really enjoyed, had my attention throughout, and then it just kind of became a mess. Oh, I sound so harsh right now, but yeah, I don't know. Very good potential. There was some things that were questionable. Still want to know what that last ending post-credit scene means. Are we gonna get another season, a spin-off? What's going on there? Well, we're gonna get a special episode, I know. But yeah, I said I was gonna keep this short, but it's probably so long. My thoughts on the show is just it's hurting my brain actually to think about it. Anyway guys, moving on over to my score. For story, if they kept to one story and not mixed it up, I would probably give it a higher score, but I guess for story, I'd give it a very generous 7 out of 10. The acting for a lot of the cast, which was mostly the side characters, was very well done, so I'd give the acting a 7 out of 10 as well. Music wasn't really very memorable, but I know it wasn't bad from what I can remember about it, so I feel like music should get a 7 out of 10 as well. And then rewatch value, I mean, if I could only watch like the first couple of episodes, maybe, but like for the entire show, I'd say rewatch value, I would give a 4 out of 10. So yeah, that was my overall rating and review of The Sign. I love the fact that this BL showed us that we could do so much more in BL, and that like BL is expanding into different genres. Like, it's giving us and showing other companies as well that there's potential there, and not just to keep it like high school and university, which those are cute, but we can expand a little bit more and do something a lot better. Yeah.